An obvious disadvantage to their bigger, richer rivals. But as correspondent Judd Rose reports, one small place has found a rather unique way to maintain a dominant position on the world stage.
This is Caracas, the bustling capital of Venezuela. It usually bustles after dark, too. But one night a year at 7 sharp, a busy downtown becomes a ghost town, as 90% of the country sits glued to their TV sets. The other 10% are at the El Poliedro Amphitheater, taking part in a yearly ritual that stops this country dead in its tracks. A religious revival meeting? Carnival? A Michael Jackson concert? No, not even the king of pop can top this. If it's September in Caracas, that can mean just one thing. The Miss Venezuela beauty pageant is about to begin. This eye-popping homage to Venezuelan womanhood is jam-packed with a little bit of everything. For 3 hours, this politically incorrect, over-the-top extravaganza makes the Miss America competition look like choir practice at your local church. Still, for all the sexy, glitzy hoopla, make no mistake, in Venezuela, Miss Venezuela is serious business.
She represents the nation, very much like you would expect a soccer team to represent a nation. She is our champion, you see. And so beauty is being championed by this woman. And if she wins, it's just simply extraordinary.
Extraordinary because it's seldom the only pageant she wins. Tiny Venezuela, with only 22 million people, is a beauty contest winning machine.
Miss Venezuela is Miss Venezuela. Miss Venezuela.
In the last 2 decades, the winners and runners-up of the Miss Venezuela pageant have gone on to win 5 Miss World titles, 4 Miss Universes, and 29 other international beauty contests. This year, both Miss Universe and Miss World were Venezuelans. And when Miss Universe returned home, her proud countrymen greeted her like a conquering hero. Next to oil, these beauties are regarded as Venezuela's most precious natural resource. And who's responsible for this? We asked internationally known designer Carolina Herrera.
The talent that Osmel Sosa has to make those girls look even prettier than they are is unbelievable. He's the one who really does it.
Osmel Sosa, the Don King of beauty.
No doubt about it, Cuban-born Osmel Sosa remains the undisputed champ of the pageant world's heavyweight division. Under the watchful eye of South American liberator Simón Bolívar, he trains his women to fight the good fight. Of course, Bolívar only conquered South America. Osmel's conquered the world. But one thing about being champ, there's always someone waiting to steal your crown.
Since it's a matter of national honor to win, if you don't win, is it a matter of national shame?
The day that Miss Venezuela does not make the finals of the Miss World or Miss Universe pageants, that's the day I'm going to have one big heart attack.
You better keep on winning.
I'm preparing myself for that.
Osmel Sosa has been president of the Miss Venezuela organization for the last 15 years, and the way he prepares is to leave nothing to chance. Forget state or local pageants. At open casting calls like this one, Osmel and his team handpick every candidate. If you're talent-free, no problem.
There's no talent competition in the Miss Venezuela pageant. Why is that?
Me estás complicando la vida.
You're complicating my life. Beauty, for me, is what enters through the eyes, not what we can hear.
But you do appreciate the fact that there is an inner beauty to all women as well, yes?
For me, a beautiful woman doesn't have to be that smart.
So, even if beauty is only skin deep, In the Miss Venezuela auditions, Osmel's critiques cut straight to the bone.
You have to come back with 13 pounds gone. Your legs are thin, but here you're a little plump. How much do you weigh?
Plump?
But there's often a lot more required than just dropping a few pounds. If Osmel doesn't like the nose, it goes. Nose jobs, breast jobs, tummy tucks, butt lifts, whatever he deems necessary. These permanent alterations are free. The pageant has an official plastic surgeon, even an official dental surgeon. Here, the plastic surgeon decides what to do about too much forehead, perhaps a lift here, and what to do when one side of the face has a droopy eye. A nip here, a tuck there, voila.
Another thing, did you take a lot from here?
Yo adoro la liposucción.
I love liposuction.
You love liposuction.
Porque lo que tarda una...
Because what it takes a girl to lose weight in exercising 3 hours a day, in 10 minutes, we suck it out and there is no more problem.
But Osmel, doesn't this send out a message to women that they are not good enough as God made them?
Pero también Dios hizo el cirujano plástico.
But God also made the plastic surgeon, and he made him for a purpose, to correct the little defects that he sent to earth, that he had not gotten right the first time.
Sometimes the plastic surgeon has to explain the need for a slight smile adjustment. No small thing in a competition where you're smiling all the time. Keep in mind, plastic surgery doesn't have the stigma here it has up north. Osmel likes to call it permanent makeup. This contestant went through with her surgery, and 3 weeks later, when the bandages came off, she seemed pleased with the results. After the necessary alterations, it's on to Miss Venezuela headquarters, or as some here call it, the dollhouse. You might call this beauty queen boot camp. Here, the contenders undergo months of extensive training. They're drilled in everything from posture and movement, to public speaking, to makeup application. And of course, how to strike a pose and smile, smile, smile. Which, let me tell you, is not as easy as it looks. The training is tough and disciplined. No piece of cake. Well, most of the time anyway.
Miss Venezuela es Villaracuri, Alicia Machado.
This is Alicia Machado, Miss Venezuela 1995 and the current Miss Universe. She got caught up in a weight-related scandal that rocked the pageant world.
When 19-year-old Alicia Machado was crowned Miss Universe last May, she weighed 113 pounds at 5'7". Now several news reports here and in her native Venezuela say she has gained 20 pounds and may be bounced by the pageant because of that. Absolutely not true, says the pageant organizer.
Well, here's Alicia last spring competing in the Miss Universe contest. And here she is this past September. You be the judge. Anyway, while Weightgate died quickly on the world news scene, it remained a hot topic in Venezuela for weeks. That's one of the byproducts of the obsession here with physical beauty. If a Venezuelan woman's got it, she's expected to flaunt it. Given all that, you might conclude that women aren't taken seriously here. You'd be wrong. A recent survey showed that female professionals and technicians make up 56% of the total workforce, and more than half of Venezuela's judges are women. And then there's the former Miss Venezuela, who went on to become the mayor of the Central District here in Caracas. She's the favorite to be the next president. Irene Size, Miss Universe of 1981, has become an almost cult figure here. Her path to power might make many Americans wince, but here in Venezuela, a beauty queen title is no shame. It is, in fact, a stepping stone to status and respectability.
In America, feminists would complain that no matter where your beauty pageant winners go from the pageant, they started off being looked at and judged just because they're pretty.
Well, unfortunately, that's the way it is. I don't believe in feminists. I have a phrase for the feminists. Do you want me to tell it to you?
Yeah, I would love to.
niñas,
Young girls, stay at home reading and forget about this activity because it is not for you.
Okay, it's not very enlightened from an American point of view. And yes, they make a lot of fuss over the type of event many of us consider an outdated relic. But they are not us. In America, we say any child can grow up to be president.
Ser coronada, Miss Venezuela.
But in Venezuela, every little girl grows up hoping to win the crown.
Miss Venezuela.
And every year, the dream comes true. That's the beauty of it.
No surprise, Venezuelans are among the highest per capita consumers of beauty care products in the world today.